देवेभ्यो नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीराम राम शरणं भव राम राम। लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये। ॐ मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयुक्तमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीगुरुचरण सरोज रज। Just in case you missed out this morning or you have not had a chance to engage with our 108 chanting of the Chalisa, I know most of you were, and some of you are here this morning as well. Of course, it's a great day to sing to Hanumanji Maharaj, and let us not miss out. Let us sing the most powerful song on this earth, where Hanumanji is always happy, but it pleases a human being. It elevates us when we sing in this manner. Let us sing together in one voice, everybody. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj निज मन मुकुर सुधार बरनो रघुवर बिमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहो मोहि हरहु क्लेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिल लोकऊ राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत ओ महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरन विराज सुदेशा कानन कुंडल हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे गाने मूंज जनेऊ शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजग विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर चतुर राम काज करिबेको, प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर, रघुपति की नहीं बहुत बढ़ाई, तुम मम प्रिया भरत सम, सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, यस कही श्रीपति कंठ, सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित, बोलो यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजबर, तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग, युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही, जल दिलांगी गए अचरज, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह राम दुआरे, तुम रखवारे, होत न ज्ञान सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू, हे आपन तेज संहारो, आपे तीनों लोक हाकते, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नासई रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान रो, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा है, प्रसिद्ध जगत साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम, अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, स्वर दीन जानकी, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के, तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरा, अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि, और देवता चित्त न धरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करे, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हो, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो शत बार बात कर कोई, झूठ निबंधि महास, बोलो जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, कोई सीधी साधी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव, बोलो की जय नाथ हृदय महादेव, की जय नाथ हृदय, पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप सिया, भज रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम प्रभु बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बाल समय रवि भक्ष लियो संकट मोचन. This next chanting we do is called Sankat Mochan Hanuman Ashtakam. What it is? Sankat Mochan means the one who removes sankat from your life. Sankat means disaster, trouble, you know. And when we do Sankat Mochan, it means that who destroys troubles from your life. We have gone to a temple in India. It took many people there. It's in Varanasi. It's called Sankat Mochan Temple, built by Tulsidas. People from all walks of life go there to see Hanumanji so that he will help them heal. Hanumanji is a healer. He's a healer. He brings herbs, mentally, physically, everything he does. This Sankat Mochan here, Bal Samay, it tells us, Bal Samay Ravi Bhaksha Liyo. When Hanumanji was a little boy, a baby, he saw the sun and he thought the sun was a... Oh, you see that one there? I sat a little closer there today, whole day, 6 hours, 48 minutes I sat here. And the smell of those mangoes were it was just slapping my face like this. And I said, after this puja tonight, I'm going to have a few of those big ones. Beautiful, nice, juicy mangoes. If there's any left, I'll share it out as well to share with you. Hanumanji, he saw the sun, and he thought the sun was a mango, and he went towards the sun. That's when they hit him, no? With the Indra, the Gada that he has. So this Sankat Mochan, it talks about a lot of things. Bali ke tras kapi se basai girijati mahamuni panta niharo. It's a very powerful chanting, a Sankat Mochan Hanuman Ashtakam. And let's chant it together as we bring Hanumanji's presence and his blessings to all of you. को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो बाल समय रवि भक्ष लियो तब दीन लोक भयो अंधियारो ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को रह संकट हानि सो जात अरे देवन यानी करी बिनती तब चारे दियो रवि कष्ट को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो बाली की त्रास कपीस बस गिरी जात महाप्रभु पंथ निहारो चौकी महामुनि साप दियो तब चाहिए कौन विचार लय द्विज रूप लिवाए महा प्रभु सो तुम दास को शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो संकट मोचन नाम Everybody! अंगद के संग लैन गए सिय खोज कपीश ये मैं न उचारो जीवत ना कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बोलो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। आन लग्यो और लक्ष्मण के तब प्राण तजे सुत रावण मारो। लय गृह वैद्य सुशील समेत तभी गिरि द्रोण सुबीर उबार। अरे आने सजीवन हाथ दये तब लक्ष्मण के तुम प्राण उप। और कौन ही जानत है जग में कभी संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम। बोलो 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 रावण युद्ध अजान कियो तब नाग की पास सब शेर धारो। श्री रघुनाथ समेत सबे दल मोह भयो कह संकट भार। आनिक गेस तबे हनुमान जो बंधन काजी सो त्रास निवारो। को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बोलो बंधु समेत जब अहि रावण ले रघुनाथ पताल सिधारो। देव ही पूजी बलि विधि सो बलि देवु सभे मिली मंत्र विचारो। जाये सहाय भयो तब ही अहि रावण सैन्य समेत सघार। अरे को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहार, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। श्री राम काज किए वर देवन के तुम वीर महाप्रभु देगी विचारो। कौन सो संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात है तार। बेगी हरो हनुमान महा प्रभु सो कछु संकट हो ये हमारो। अरे को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम। अरे संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन। अरे नाम तिहारो, नाम तिहारो, नाम तिहारो। अरे नाम तिहारो, नाम तिहारो। बोलो 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 संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन। बोलो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो। बोलो संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन नाम। संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो, संकट मोचन। लाल देह लाली लसे अरुधर लाल लंगुर। वज्र देह दानो दलन। जय 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 कपिसूर पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बोले बजरंगबली भगवान की जय। Can I put some harmonium in my monitor? On behalf of Bhavani Shankar Mandir, I'd like to extend to all of you Shubh, very auspicious Hanuman Jayanti greetings. And I hope and pray that Hanumanji has inspired all of you in some way to elevate and to learn something from his presence on this earth. This morning and over the course of the last 5 sessions, I spoke from Sundarkand of Ramayana. And one of the things I kept repeating was Hanumanji's forms. He took big forms when necessary and small forms when it was important as well. And what I reiterated this morning was that Masaka Samana Roop Atidhari. When he entered Lanka to do such a we need to get a chair for David. Please, youngsters, can you please get up and give the gentleman a chair? Please, thank you. No, you sit on the chair. Yeah, thank you. And what I reiterated was that Hanumanji, as he entered Lanka, he took a small form to do such a big work. A small form as a fly to do such a big work, the work of the Lord Bhagwan Ram. And today we are taking such big forms to do small work. And I want to reiterate that a lot because it speaks about how he is as a disciple, a bhakta of the Lord. A bhakta or a devotee is someone who sees the work of the world as paramount, as first, and their work comes after. A bhakta is someone who has this ingredient called devotion, which is, it is not about praying a little bit and forgetting about the self. But when we are inspired by devotion, that devotion from Hanumanji will influence our devotion to our work, to our families. I know so many of you here who are such devoted parents to your families, who are such devoted people to your work, to your business, who are such devoted people to your community, right? So many of you were here this morning, you're here back again this evening, right? You're so devoted to your dharma, to your culture, to your traditions. You know, we are devoted in many ways. When we say you're a devotee, it starts at his feet. And from there, you know, there are many angles of devotion. It all starts with him. There has never been a devotee like him, and perhaps there will never be one again. As I said as well, don't try to be as big as him. You can't be. Don't try to be as strong as him. You will never be. Forget about that. Unless you are some superhuman, you can't be. But at least aspire to have a tinge of the devotion that he had. Don't try to be as smart as he was as well. This is Surya Bhakta. He is a devotee of Surya. His knowledge is amazing. You know, his response to everything is amazing. Don't try to, you know what they say, Jnana Guna Sagar. He has an ocean of knowledge, right? Not a little bit, an ocean of it. Don't even try to be like that. Just try to take a tinge of his devotion, and that is enough to elevate us to the next level of life. What is that next level of life? To not live like the earthworm, to not live like the grasshopper or the dog or the cat. We have lived those lives already. It is to live a full-fledged human life where we use this body as a vehicle to go back to God. I was concerned a little bit about today. Here's why I was concerned a little bit. I'm never afraid of doing anything, by the way. Whatever we put our head on, it is always. We have never failed at doing anything in this temple. Never failed, because we have the support of the divine. But today was a bit suspicious because it's a long weekend. It's a Saturday. I'm like, It's a Saturday. I'm expecting the temple in morning time. People are going to come out. But it's Saturday. Maybe people went away after COVID. And you know, that kind of thinking, right? I don't let it bother me, though. But it doesn't. As a leader, you know, you have to think differently, like everybody else. Everybody else is busy. But you're thinking 10 miles down the road. 10 miles down the road you're thinking. Or 10 years from now. So there's a tinge of that thought coming. What is today going to be like? What is today going to be like? But our people have showed us today, this morning, and now as well. This morning there were a lot of people here. People came and they left, they came and they left, they came and they left. And there was a lot of people, a lot of people. You have shown that you are willing to elevate from that grasshopper level. Hopping from one place to the next, to the next. And people were anchored here, right? This hopping business, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You hop here, mandir hopping, puja hopping, this hopping. We're just hopping like this all the time. And we are not anchored down. Remember, you have passed the life of a grasshopper already. Settle down. Anchor down yourself and say, this is what I'm ready for. And hundreds of people did that today. They anchor themselves down. And it shows that you have a commitment. Not only to your dharma, you have a commitment to yourself. There were so many babies here this morning. They came in, they did the darshan, they left because they're babies, right? Tracy's baby was here for the first time in the temple. He's still a little few months old. We put little mala, and so little children were here, they left. It was just beautiful. And you know, we sat 6 hours, 48 minutes. 6 hours, 48 minutes, I saw you sitting there. And you saw me sitting here. And we did this together. It shows that you have a commitment. You know, you have a commitment not only to dress up, but you have a commitment to elevate. You have a commitment to do something better in your life. Hanumanji was the one, my friends, who committed to his Lord, Bhagwan Ram. Once, Lakshman was in the battlefield, and Lakshman was shot with a javelin in his chest. Lakshman, who is Lakshman? Lakshman is Sheshanag. If you look at the picture where Lord Vishnu is sitting in the Milky Ocean, and there is a snake over his head like this, right? Lord Vishnu, that snake with 1,000 heads, that is Lakshman. He's always protective over Bhagwan. So Lakshman, the big, the snake in the form of Lakshman now was shot with a javelin, unconscious, bleeding in the battlefield. The battle had started. Ram Bhagwan saw his brother bleeding. He did what a human being would do. He went and he hugged him up like this. He held his head up and he started to cry. But the first thing they did was they called the physician. When somebody is sick and they need medical attention, call the doctor, people. Call the doctor. That's your best bet. Call 911, go to see a doctor. Because most people are doctors today. They have some antibiotic or they got through some kind of situation in life. They can give you medical opinions. You get financial problems, go to your accountant. You have medical problems, go to your doctor. You got religious problems, go to your panditji. You got legal problems, go to your lawyer. When we do those 4 things, life will be simple. It will be very simple. But when we have a legal problem, you're going to ask everybody about your legal problem. They'll tell you their own opinions. And then a couple of years after, you're going to see a lawyer. And that's the first person you're supposed to see. You know what happened? When Ram Bhagwan picked him up, Ram Bhagwan says, Hanuman, bring the physician Sushen. Bhagwan Hanumanji flew. Sushen was in Lanka. They were all in Lanka. He went and he knocked on the door of Sushen. Sushen was sleeping. When Sushen opened his doors, he stepped into the hand of Hanumanji. You know what Hanumanji did? He scooped his house up like this and flew him direct to the spot. That is how important the doctor is. And when Sushen opened the door and he stepped into the hand of Hanumanji, he says, where am I? am I in space or am I on a different planet? Because Hanumanji huge. Hanumanji brought him down. He says, please, my master needs you. My master needs you. Sushen looks at the wound of Lakshmana and says, Ram, your brother need 4 herbs. He need 4 herbs. Among them is called Mool Sanjeevani. Mool Sanjeevani is going to bring back consciousness to him. But he needed 3 other Sanjeevani. 1, to stop the bleeding. 1, to get rid of the infection. And the other is to soften the wound. The 4th, Mool Sanjeevani, is to bring back consciousness. Ram says, medicine? Well, where are we going to have a pharmacy here? We don't have a pharmacy, right? So he says, where can I get this medicine? They were in South India. I want you to look at this. Look at this. Think this is India, right? Here to here. Here's the north of India. Here's the south of India. This is the south of India. Southern of India is Sri Lanka. They were here. Ram says, physician, where can we get the medicine? Physician says, the medicine is in a place in Nepal, which is here. North, tip of the north of India, beyond the north of India. Hanumanji has to fly from the south to the north now. He has to fly to get that medicine. I get chills telling you this today, because today when you go there, you will see in Muktinath, a place called Muktinath in India, Nepal. When you land there and you see half of the mountain. Half mountain you see. Where they had a half, Hanumanji scoop it up and take it to Sri Lanka. That's where the other half is. Our story is no joke. It's no Nancy story. It's history. So Hanumanji says, Prabhu, where the medicine is? The physician says, go and get it. Hanumanji now leaves for Lanka. Ram charan sarasij ur rakhi chala pravanjan sut balbhaji jadut ek marmu janawa ravan kal nemi grihava das mukh kaha maramu tehi suna muni muni kal nemi siru dekhat tumhi nagar jehi jara jasu band ko rokan para bhaju raghupati karu hit apna charahu nath vrisha jalapna neel ganj tanu sundar syama hriday raghulochan abhirama main te mor murta tyagu mahamohanis sudas ja kaal vyal kar bhakshak joi sapne hu samar ki chiti vihaso suni das kantari sanayati tehi man kin vichar ram doot kar maro baro yah kal rat bal bhar siya bhaj ram chandra ki jay pavan sut hanuman ki jay vrindavan krishna chandra ki jay kashipati vishwanath ki jay. Hanumanji departs for the herbs, but Ravan heard that Hanuman is going for the herb. Ravan doesn't want that. He wants Lakshman to die. Ravan approaches a demon by the name of Kal Nemi. You know, I tell you, every time Hanumanji picks up himself to do something for Dharma, to do something for Ram Bhagwan, somebody wants to eat him out. Every time he picks up himself to do something, somebody wants to distract him. This is Hanuman, and we are complaining about a little stumbling block in life. We're okay. It's no problem. But you got to hear what happened to him. Remember Sundarkand? Sursa want to eat him out. Right? Lankini want to eat him out. All the Rakshas type tail born him. What would a person do if somebody did that to you? Let me ask you the question. If you are doing God's work and a snake want to eat you, and a demoness want to capture you, and they light fire on some part of your body, try to mutilate you, right? What would you do? Most of us would say, Tal, na me and this no more. Too many hurdles. This thing, hey, crass, something wrong. The planet not good. Leave it. Go away. You see what happened to him? Mutilated, attempted. He never left the Lord's feet. That's why we are praying to him today. That's why. Don't worry about a little couple of distractions in life. Grief and let it go. But don't live in an ocean of grief. No? Hanumanji is going now. Ravan says, Kal Nemi, come. I want you to go eat him out. Kal Nemi says, Lekin, he is Ram Bhakt. Nobody can touch him. Ravan, didn't you learn your lesson? No. Well, what am I going to do? Kal Nemi, you're going to go and take the form of a saint. No? You'll take the form of a saint, and there'll be a crocodile there, and you will be singing Ram's name. Invite him to come drink water, and the minute he comes, eat him out. Kal Nemi says, you know what's going to happen, right? Say, yeah, I know what's going to happen, but you got to do it. And then this exact story happens. Hanumanji was going. The saint was there trying to distract Hanumanji. Ram. Hanumanji called in for some water. And then when he realized that this was a crocodile set up to destroy him, he quickly ripped the jaws apart from the crocodile. No? This is all the setup of Ravan. When he's taking his name, Ram Ram bol pyare, Ram Ram bol. Hanuman ji ko paana hai to Ram Ram bol. Every time Hanumanji is doing something, he always takes the name of Ram with him. And when he takes the name of Ram with him, you can trouble him, but he will always win over you. You know, a few days ago, somebody asked me, Panditji, do you, right in Sundarkand here after Monday, so do you listen to when people comment on you? Do you listen to when people, talk about you? I said, yes, I do. Of course I do. I have ears. If somebody's talking about me, I have ears, so I don't know how I can close my eyes, I can stop inhaling, but I don't know, do I just do this? So what do you do then? I said, you learn from it, right? You learn from it. It's amazing when you're doing a million good things and somebody just got to, try to throw a spanner in your wheel just because you're a good guy. So my response is, of course I do listen to when people talk. They can talk whatever they want about the volunteers, about me, whatever it is. But what's important is how you respond to it. What's important is you respond. It talks all over the place. Talking, it's okay to talk. You got a mouth, and I have ears. But what's important is you're all blessed with a mind and an intelligence, hopefully. And we have to use that to our advantage. So what do? I take Lord's name and I move on. You move on. Hanumanji Maharaj, that's what he does. He takes the name of Ram, and when he met Kal Nemi, immediately he sniffed him out right away. This was a distraction for me to get the Lord's medicine. And what he did, he defeated Kal Nemi. Why? He always take Ram's name. The beautiful song I always sing. Ram Ram bol pyare, Ram Ram bol. Hanuman ji ko paana hai. If you want to please Hanuman ji ko paana hai. You want to please Hanuman ji? To Ram Ram bol. Then speak the name of Ram. Speak the name of Ram. Speak the name of Ram. युग युग का राम हनुमान जी का साथ है. For those of you who do not understand the language, युग युग का राम हनुमान जी का साथ है. For ages after age, Hanuman ji is with Ram. हर वीर हनुमान से सिर राम जी का हाथ है. ना? वीर हनुमान, the hero Hanuman ji, सिर राम जी का हाथ है. Ram ji's hands is on his head. And when the Lord hands is on your head, nobody in this world can touch you. So let us all sing it together. Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram bol pyare, Ram Ram bol, Ram Ram bol pyare, Ram Ram bol. Hanuman ji ko पाना है तो राम राम बोल. Hanuman ji ko पाना है तो राम राम बोल. राम राम बोल प्यारे, राम राम बोल, राम राम बोल प्यारे, राम राम बोल. हनुमान जी को पाना है तो राम राम बोल. हनुमान जी को पाना है तो राम राम बोल. सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. युग युग का राम हनुमान जी का साथ है. हरे युग युग का राम हनुमान जी का साथ है. युग युग का राम हनुमान जी का साथ. हरे वीर हनुमान के सिर राम जी का हाथ है. वीर हनुमान के सिर राम जी का हाथ है. राम राम बोलो, राम राम बोल प्यारे, राम राम बोल, राम राम बोल प्यारे, राम राम. हनुमान जी को पाना है तो राम राम बोल. हनुमान जी को पाना है तो राम राम बोल. राम राम हे राम राम बोल प्यारे, राम राम बोल, राम राम बोल प्यारे, राम राम. हनुमान जी को पाना है तो राम राम बोल. हनुमान जी को पाना है तो राम बोलो. राम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, राम बोलो. राम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, राम बोलो. राम 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 बोलो, राम राम बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, राम बोलो. राम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, राम बोलो. राम 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 बोलो, राम बोलो. राम 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 बोलो, राम बोलो. राम 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 बोलो. बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. राम राम बोल प्यारे, राम राम बोल. हनुमान जी को पाना है तो राम राम बोल. You want to please Hanuman ji? Just sing Ram's name and he becomes happy about it. Hanuman ji now went, defeated that demon. I think you know a little bit of the story. He went now all the way to Nepal, but he couldn't distinguish which herb or which herb. You know, Hanumanji is a physician too. He's a chemist. He's a healer. He's everything. So what he did, lift up the whole thing, half of the mountain, and he's flying back with the mountain. Rama Rama bol pyare, Rama Rama bol. Hanuman ji ko paana hai to Rama Rama bol. As he's flying back to the mountain now. So remember, this is North India. This is South India. Look at the significance here. At the middle here is Ayodhya. So as he's passing over now to come like this, Bharat, Ram's brother, saw the big, high in the air, the dark cloud going in the direction of Ram. Bharat says, what? My brother, dark cloud is going in his direction? That is not auspicious. I'm going to shoot it down. Arey, who was that? Who was the dark cloud? Anybody? Even good people will appear as dark clouds once in a while when they're doing God's work. They will appear as dark clouds. Bharat took his arrow, but he took out the tip. He says, I'm not sure who it is. So he took out the arrow and he shot, and the blunt arrow hit Hanumanji Maharaj. It is written that when that happened, Hanumanji Maharaj left the mountain in the air. Left the mountain in the air and he fell on the ground. And when he fell on the ground, he says, Ram, When you stomp your toe, what do you say? Anybody? God? Me not hear that. If you nail a nail and you pong your finger, what do you say? Me hear different things. Right? One time, I was doing a pinda. I told you this, and he put the pinda on the pillar, roll along, and he said, we're chanting, Om Namo Narayana Nama. I put the pinda on the finger. By Jesus Christ! Like, what? Jesus Christ! I said, boy, we chant Om Namo Narayana. He said, oh, I'm sorry, Pandit, I'm sorry. I do tarpan now, right? A tarpan, I say, do the tarpan, one end to the next end. Now make you follow. He said, okay, good. Om Brahmane Namaha, good. Om Vishnue Namaha, Narayana Namaha. Oh, Jesus Christ! But that is how we grow up, Jesus Christ. And Narayana is right there trying to take your ancestors. Right? Anyways, a little joy, fun is good. In religion and spirituality, don't stiff up yourself too much. He's smiling. He's happy today. Right? Always happy. Hanumanji fell down. He's Ram. When he says Ram, Bharat run towards him. Monkey saying Ram? What is this? Bharat hold him up. Right? He tried to give him some water and so. I would imagine Hanuman, it's not written here. Hanuman probably said, I don't want water. I need a banana or a mango. And he says, tell me, my friend, why did you shout in Ram's name? तो हनुमान जी ने कहा था कि राम नाम जीवन मेरा, राम नाम प्राण है, राम नाम जप तप मेरा, राम नाम ध्यान है, बोलो राम 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 सीता राम. Hanuman says, why I chanted Ram's name? Ram naam jeevan mera. Ram's name is my life. Ram naam pran hai. Ram is my breath. Ram naam jap tap mera. Ram is my japam. He is my tapam, my tapasya. Ram naam dhyan hai. Ram is my dhyan, my meditation. To bolo Ram 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 Sita Ram. When Bharat heard that Ram is your life, Ram is your breath, a monkey? Tell me the whole story. And then he related the whole story. Adav Rama tapodiyadi gamanam hatva mriga kangshanam vaidehi haranam jatayu madaram sugriva sambhashanam. He related the whole story, how Sita was captured and taken to Lanka. And Bharat says, what? My brother is going through that. Bharat, you got to have more brothers like them in this world. Bharat was given the kingdom, but he relinquished the kingdom. He took the paduka of Bhagwan Ram, the wooden slippers, and he put it on the throne. He says, my brother is going to rule this kingdom. We should not run to inherit anybody's wealth, my friends. You want richness and money? Work for it. Don't try to create. Today, so many siblings are bitter because the right one didn't inherit the wealth. Who is the right one? That's the question. Who is the right one? You want money or richness? Work for it. Who want to fight for it? Fight for it. But it shouldn't be you. Now, could you imagine if all of us take that approach in life? We are 6 siblings or 7. I don't know. I'm making a number up. And all of us say, I'm not going to fight for anything. I'm going to work for it. And he says so, and she says so, and he says so, and she says so. Imagine what a beautiful relationship that would be. But mommy and daddy left house and land. You got to go in a big son name. Right? Big son name. And if big son today, you know the thing. Bharat took his brother's wooden slippers and he put it on the throne. And he says, I will never be an ungrateful brother. I will never be an ungrateful brother. He put it on the throne. And you know what Bharat did? Bharat went to Nandigram. That place is still there today. That is beside Ayodhya. I'm telling you this thing, I get chills because I've seen it. He went to Nandigram and he created a forest. And there is where Bharat resided for 14 years. And who would run the kingdom? The slippers of Bhagwan Ram. Chappal. Acha Ram bhaya mere pyare, mujhe de do khara utare. Brothers, siblings, This is Ramayana. When Bharat heard Hanumanji's story, he says, my brother, his wife was stolen. Lakshman is now hurt, and I am sitting in Ayodhya here doing nothing. Bharat wanted to commit himself. But Ma Kekai came and saw Hanumanji, and I told you the story. Ma Kekai sent for the arrow of, he said, Satruhan, go and bring your father's arrow and bow. And Ma Kekai sent that arrow up to Lanka. He said, this will be the cause of Ravan's death. He stole my daughter-in-law Sita. That's not going to happen. When Ramji is in Lanka now, and he saw the arrow suspended in the air, he came up and he bowed to the arrow. He said, Pitaki, this is my father's arrow. When he knew what happened, he put it in his quiver. That was the arrow that killed Ravan. That was the arrow that killed Ravan. Going back to Ayodhya now. So Hanumanji told him the story, and he let Hanuman go. They blessed Hanumanji, my friends. More blessings for Hanumanji. A servant of God, a servant of our dharma, will be shot down many times with blunted arrow. Don't worry about it. You will fall, but you will never fail. Fall, but you never fail. I'm telling you this because Hanumanji, there is no one who has ever struggled like him. There is no one who has ever struggled like him. Today, if we leave house and some black cat run over the road, we turn back. Bad luck. Bad luck. Look at what happened to him. And we believe in some two geese a walk on a road. Hey, bye, this thing, stop, Abby. I'm not meant for go here, but go home back. You're going to Bhagwan's work, and two lower forms of life stand up there, mind their business, and you think that bad luck. What has Hanumanji gone through for us? Let us learn from that. Hanumanji rose. He collected his mountain, and he went. And when he went, my friends, what happened? Ramji was, Ramji was crying. Ramji was crying. He was doing what a human being would do. What is he saying? So anurag kaha ab bhai, utahi na suni mama vach nikalai. Jo janate yo ban raghubhichu, bita vachan man dehu nahiyo. Sut bit nari bhavan parivari, hoi jai jag पारही पारी अस विचार जिय जागहु ताता, मिलै न जगत सहोदर भ्राता। जता पंख बिनु खग अति दीना, मणि बिनु फणि करिवर करहीना। अस मम जीवनु बंधु बिनु तोही, देव जियावे मोही। जय हो अवध कवन मोहिलाई, नारी हेतु प्रिय भाई गवाई। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय somebody is unconscious, then is when we get to tell them all the stories in the world. Lakshman is unconscious. What Ram is doing? Sakahu na dukhita dekhi mohikahu, bandhu sada tab mridal subhahu. Ram Bhagwan hold him in his hands, and Ram Bhagwan says, Lakshman, brother, you could never let me endure to see a moment of sorrow in my life. You, Lakshman, could never endure a moment of sorrow in my life. And look at it today. I have to hold your unconscious body in my hand. Huh? These are the things we tell people when they're unconscious. Ramayana is made so that we can learn from it. When you want to tell somebody something because they did for you in life, tell them when they can hear you. Do you understand me? I want to tell you something. Dead people cannot hear. Do you understand that? Deaf people cannot hear. Unconscious people, they cannot hear. Reading a list of thank and gratitude at a funeral home to someone who cannot hear a thing that you're saying, it may help you to wash some guilt. It may help you to wash some guilt. But learn this tonight. If you want to tell somebody something that you could never endure to see me in one moment of sorrow, tell them now. Tell them today that you've been kind to me in my life, and for that, I'm grateful. You've never been hard on me. You've pushed me to the limits to see me, to blossom, and I appreciate that. Tell them when they are alive. Dead man don't hear. They can't hear. So I know it's a bit insensitive, but I can't go to a funeral home and tell people that. Right? I can't go to a funeral home and say, what you do? That man can't hear you. People chase me away. Here is the education. This is where education happens. That's why we come to Mandirs and temples and satsangs, so we educate ourselves. You understand? Ram Bhagwan is saying, on my account, my brother, you left father and mother and exposed yourself to the hardships of the forest. The cold, the heat, and the wind. He never told Lakshman this any time when Lakshman was conscious. Right? What is Ram doing here? Good or bad? No. He's teaching us a lesson. Let's not jump to good and bad. We don't even know what good and bad is. Right? You left the forest and you left the palace and came to the forest. I'm grateful for that. Where, brother, is now the love that you bore me? He's asking Lakshman. Lakshman is unconscious. He can't answer. Where is the love? Why do you not rise and respond to my lament, brother? Had I known that I should lose my brother in the forest, I should have never obeyed my father's command. He says, Sutta bitanari, bhavan parivara, hoi jahi jagbar bara. A message from Ram Bhagwan that Sut, sons or children, Bit, Avadi, so the language is a little different, not Hindi. Sut, Bit. Bit means riches. Nari, wife. Bhavan, houses. Palace. Asa bichara jejagutata. And he says, Sutta bitanari bhavan parivara, family. Hohi jahi jagabara hi bara. Children, riches, wife, houses, and family, they come and they go time after time. These things will go after time, and they come again in the wheel of time. Not so a real brother. A real brother is very hard to find, Ram Bhagwan is saying. And brother, you are that brother. You're that real brother. Again, Lakshman can't hear a thing that he's saying. Tell the brothers and the sisters that they're good brothers and they're good sisters, regardless of what they tell you. You just tell them. So that you don't have to go clean your conscience or wash your guilt when somebody dies. I'm telling you, I've done this long enough to know that you've got to be strong Hindus. Strong doesn't mean Hanuman strong. Strong means emotional strong. Do the best. I share this tons of times with you. My parents died when I was 24 and 25. 24, my father died. 25, my mother died. Never got to saw anything I did in Canada. Guyana, they saw I was a priest since I was 13 years old. I saw some there, but they never got to see anything. I wasn't there when they died. They died in Guyana, I wasn't here. I went back, did their cremation. The shroud of my father, I went back. And after the shroud, a few months after, my mom died on her birthday. I wasn't there. But you know why I never lived in guilt or why I never lived in sorrow? Is because the 19 years I lived with my parents, I was an obedient child. I have never given them any reason to cry over me, to sulk over me. Not one day did a complaint go home to my home. to my parents that your son did this to our daughter, your son did this in school. If anything, it was always that your son was very helpful to us. Yeah. Every sister in that village, they were my sisters. Right? Every girl in that village, they were my sisters. And I was happy about that. I worked very hard for my parents. We're poor people. You don't know what poor is until you talk to me. But I helped them. I worked for them. That is why when they died, I had nothing to regret. I had nothing to cry for. I had nothing to tell them. When my dad died, I said a prayer at the funeral. You know what the prayer was? Twameva mata chapita twameva. That's it. And there was Maha Pandits and all. That's what I did. I said a prayer at his funeral. Because I did my part for him. You got to do your part when people are alive. Because they're not going to be around at all times. Right? Ram is grieving here. He's grieving and he's grieving. What a face shall I return to Ayodhya? What should I tell Urmila, your wife? What should I tell your mother? And so all these things happen. And when, my friends, you feel that the world is coming down on your shoulders, that is why you have to do lots of shoulder press. Everybody know what shoulder press is? You know what shoulder press is? Take a 5-pound dumbbell. All of you should have a 5-pound. Because if you don't do it in your home, you will one day have to go to therapy. And they're going to have to hold your hand and push them up like this. Get a 5-pound dumbbell. You're sitting on your couch, eating a potato or whatever you eat, watching TV. Shoulder press. Like this. That's it. Shoulder press. Strong shoulders are good. Because one day, your mother going to lean on it. Your father going to lean on it. Your brother going to lean on it. Your wife going to lean on it. Your children going to lean on it. And then when that's not enough, the whole world will fall on these two shoulders. And if they are not strong enough, they're going to take you down. So, literally, shoulder presses. And they got different things you can do with the shoulder. Everything is on YouTube. Just get a 5-pound dumbbell. Don't go egoistic at weight. Because if you don't do it, somebody is going to be paid to teach you how to raise your hand like this at some point in your life. A lot of us can't raise our hand like this for a number of reasons, because medically and so, that's okay. Shoulder press, very important. You can do it with your bare hands as well. I like to say, let the hinges work. Because one day, somebody is going to lean on those shoulders. You want to make sure they're strong physically and here emotionally as well. When the world was coming down on Bhagwan Ram's shoulders now, when he thought that he's losing his brother, when he thought that, Hanumanji is not coming, when he thought that the battle is going not his way, what happens now? What happens here? Hare Hare Shri Ram Bheti Hanumana Atikrita Prabhu Param Sujana Hare Shri Ram Bheti Hanumana Atikrita Kya Prabhu Param Sujana तुरत वेद तब कीन उपाई बुद्धि बैठे लक्ष्मण हर्षाई हृदय लाही बेटिय प्रभु भ्राता हर्षि सकल भालू कपि भ्राता कपि पुनि बैल तहा पहुँचाना जेहि विदित बहिता ही लय आवा यह वृतांत दसानन सुने अति विषाद पुनि पुनि सिर देव व्याकुल कुंभकर्ण पहियावा विविध जतन करिता जगावा ओ बहुविधि सोचत सोच विमोच सव्रत सलील राज बिंद लोच उमा एक अखंड रघुराई नरगति भगत कृपाल दिखाई श्री राम जय जय राम ओ श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम. When Ramji felt that the world was coming down on his shoulders, what did he do, my friends? He started to cry. Send some help from some direction. And lo and behold, when you think you cannot bear anymore, the Lord does not make you bear anymore. The Lord will never make you bear more than you can tolerate. The lesson of life. We are the strongest creature on this earth. Forget about elephants and all that. We are the strongest creature on this earth, but in many ways. So what happens? There, when he felt that nothing he could bear any longer, Harashiram Bhete Hanuman. Hanuman flew in. Hanuman flew in. With a big mountain in his hand. Atikritabhya Prahu Parama Sujana. The Lord saw Hanumanji. He didn't come empty-handed. Hanumanji never returns empty-handed. No. Can I test you for a little bit? Sundarkand? When Hanumanji was returning from Lanka to Ram Bhagwan, he went to Sita and tell Sita, I never return empty-handed. I can't go back to my Lord empty-handed. What did Sita Ma give Hanuman Ji? Hair clip? No. Hair slide. Now you got it right. Not hair clip. Hair slide. Who said hair clip? Anybody say hair clip? Hair clip wrong. Hair slide. Which is the modern day hair clip. There used to be this hair slide back then. My sisters used to have them. You put them like this and you get a clip at the end. You go, and then to release it, you gotta squeeze the edge. Y'all remember that time? You squeeze the edge like this. Auntie Kamal, you get? That one look very shiny. No, keep it. Take them out. Keep your hair slide. Hanumanji says, I never go back empty-handed. So give me something to take to Ram so that he'll know that you are here. He want to know, he want to be happy. Mother Sita take out your hair slide and says, give him. He'll know what this is. Because the Lord used to put on the hair slide on Mother Sita's head. So he knows that, Guys, yeah? Anyways. He never goes back empty-handed. Hanumanji flew in. Ram Bhagwan saw Hanumanji with big mountain in his hand. Ramji Bhagwan, Turat Veda Tabakin Ha Upai Utibete Lakshmana Harishai. Vaidya. The Vaidya means medicine. Hanumanji is the medicine man too. Hanumanji, he bring all the herbs. He said, Prabhu, I don't know what grass, what tulsi, what sanjeevani. The physician can figure that out. He bring the whole pharmacy. He brought the whole pharmacy. And so Shane went and he took the 4 herbs and applied it on Lakshman's chest. And there's a lot of discussion on this. You got God holding a man's hand. God holding his brother's head. When all of our people sick, who do we call upon? Who do we call upon? You call a doctor first, they call God. Or sometimes you call God first. God help my son. But God is holding Lakshman. Why is nobody calling Ram to help him? Right? He didn't come for that purpose. Bhagwan Ram did not come for that purpose. He came to show the importance of every entity in this world. Every entity, the doctor is important. Call him, call her, right? He did not come to lift mountains. He did not come to dance on snake head. No. He come to show the struggle of human being and how we can use our facilities of life to overcome those challenges. And so Hanumanji brought so much happiness. He put the medicine on Lakshman's chest. Turat Veda Tapakina Upai. What happened after that? Utti Baiti Lakshman Harashai. Lakshman rose so vibrant. And he said, was I asleep, brother? I would imagine Ram Bhagwan said, did you hear anything I told you? So he rose with so much of agility, fully awake. The Lord clasped his Hirdaya Laya Bheti Prabhu Brata Harishe Sakala Bhalu Kapibata. He clasped his brother to his heart, and then Hanumanji carried the physician back home. He didn't leave the doctor there. carried a physician home. Bhagwan Ram was so thankful to Hanumanji. This is Hanuman. He never comes empty-handed, and he comes in the right time. I know so many families that are devotees of Hanuman. You know, West Indians, you know why, one of the reasons why we're so dedicated to Hanumanji? Because the place we came from, Bihar, the place we came from, Hanumanji Bhagwan is very, very much worshipped in Bihar. Very, very much worshipped in Bihar. They have beautiful Hanuman temples there that people are devotees of Hanumanji. You know, Roth, you don't find Roth in all parts of India. You know, I want you to know that. Over there. Oh boy. All right. We got some Roth here. I hope you brought some too. Today we saw kind of Roth in this temple. We saw juicy Roth, we saw crispy Roth, we saw roti Roth, we saw bun Roth, we saw well-baked Roth. Some of them look like they can, you know. Anyways, I had a couple today, very nice Roth. You know where Roth come from? Nowhere in, you go South India, they know where Roth, North India know where Roth. You go to Bihar, that is where Roth is. Only in Bihar, not all parts as well of North India. So our ancestors brought some unique things to our culture. And what happened? He embraced Hanumanji, my friends. Hanumanji always comes at the right time for the right reasons. I want to bring you this little katha today. We started late because we left here late, and we have quite a drive, as you know. But I had to deliver this little beautiful katha to you to let you know that the Lord will always come. He'll come at the right time, and He will never come empty-handed. But, you know, we have to understand, empty-handed means different things for different people. When a person come and they bring some sweetie in their hand or some candy, they didn't come empty-handed, they came with something in their hand. But if your expectation was that they'll bring a suitcase, then they really have come empty-handed, right? They really have come empty. If they give you fruit, a few sweetie, they say, where's the bag? Right? It means that they have come empty-handed. So sometimes our expectation is like this, right? When in reality, there shouldn't be any expectations. Let Hanumanji Bhagwan bless all of you. He is what we call He Dukh Bhanjan. He Dukh Bhanjan. Maruti Nandan, the one who removes dukh, sorrows from our lives. Sun lo meri pukar, pavan sut bhinati, baram bar. One verse, no? Pavan sut binati, baram bar. I'd like to thank all our shrotas, all our sponsors. I want to tell you that for this Hanuman Jayanti, Hanumanji Chalisa, plus our regular sponsors and people who did this and that, we had over 210 families who donate to the temple. 210 families. People, and these are people who are here and who haven't donated as yet. So all of you come tonight haven't donated as yet. I can't imagine what you're going to do tonight again. But these are people from lots of places. Florida, New York, lots of places. Here. And thank you all so much, all the families who sponsored Hanumanji Chalisa. All of you online who went in, and even who sent in this morning. Thank you so much, all of you. Your names are actually appearing on, on the screen live, because we are very accountable for things here. Thank you so much. And as your name appears, I pray sincerely that Hanumanji will bless you to remember that you're a Hindu and you have responsibilities. To all those 210, that's a lot of families who have confidence in this temple, in the people who lead it, and most importantly, in Hanumanji Maharaj. So I want to give a little clap for everybody, please. People did this virtually, and they came in person as well. So that means a lot to us. I would like to ask Hanumanji, Hey Dukh Bhanjan, who removes sorrows from people's lives? If anyone of our members are having any sorrows in their life, please be generous and remove or help them to remove those sorrows from their lives. To all of you, thank you. We love you so much. We are sincerely grateful for your donations, but more so for your confidence that you have in this temple. We have helped people. I don't want to write down a list and read it out to you what we do for people. That is not called seva. That's not called seva. But we do a lot for the community. A lot for it. And for that, we're sincerely grateful. I want to thank our Shrotas for today, Dara and Lakshmi and their family. They brought this beautiful Hanumanji in our temple. They sponsored this murti. And whenever it is Hanuman Jayanti, they fulfill our obligations to do puja, to dress him, make prasad, to sponsor the day and sponsor the event. And they have done that again today. We're here early this morning in puja. There's a wonderful family who are tremendously close to me and have been part of most, of the major things that happen in this temple. They work tremendously hard for us as volunteers, and they see the value in dharma. We need more people like this. We need people to think about the temple. We need people to do for the temple like they do. May Bhagwan bless them. Hanumanji Maharaj bless them. Hanumanji is very special to them as well in their family. And we like to ask Bhagwan Hanumanji's blessings to Lakshmi and Dara and their family for their devotion to dharma and more so to this temple. And Dara, thank you. I don't know where Lakshmi is, but she's probably doing some work. So now I'd like to sing one verse of this bhajan, and then we do Bajrangi Lal Lal Ho Gaya, and then we do prasad tonight. Thank you all again. He Dukh Bhanjan Maruti Nandan, He Dukh Bhanjan Maruti Nandan, Sun lo meri pukar, Sun lo meri pukar, Pavan Sut Binati Parambar, He Pavan Sut Binati Parambar. He Dukh Bhanjan Maruti Nandan, He Dukh Bhanjan Maruti Nandan, Sun lo meri pukar, Pavan Sut Binati Parambar, He Pavan Sut Binati Parambar. अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, दुखियों के तुम भाग्य विधाता, दुखियों के तुम भाग्य विधाता, सिया राम के काज सवारे, सिया राम के काज सवारे, मेरा कर उधार, पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार, हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार। हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन, सुन लो मेरी पुकार, पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार, हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार, हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार, हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की। We're going to have prasad and so. One announcement before we do that. You probably don't see Pandit Kuldeep here tonight. He was here today, but he is no longer with the temple. He's going back with his family. So he was, I think his last night was tonight, but I don't see him here. But we want to thank him very much for his time with us. He came last July and he spent many months with us up to today. So we want to thank him very much for his time, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavors. And so as of tomorrow, he wouldn't be back in the temple. And we are working to get Pandit Rajneesh, who's the guy we need here. But as you know, immigration has been very busy with Afghanistan and now Ukraine and Syria before. So our guys are not getting prioritized. But there is another Panditji who's already booked his ticket. He's coming on May 8th at the temple. He's coming on a short-term basis. So until he comes, we will have to work things out here, opening and closing. So I've got some volunteers who are going to do some day shifts here, and I will pretty much have to pull a lot of weight with the help of Pandit Suraj, with the help of Gabe, and some other folks around the temple who knows what to do. Until then, temple hours may be adjusted a little bit. Not a big deal. We are looking for anyone who can volunteer their time during the day. Just open the temple pretty much for a couple of hours, and in the evening we can manage. But during the day, if you can, spare some time, we have a couple of receptionists doing some work here. They'll be here sometimes. But if you can, like if you're retired or so and can spend some time here during the day, let us know, because the temple has to be open. So that's our scenario. Priest is a very hard thing to get. Good priest is very hard to get, not priest. So we have interviewed a lot of people, but it's you got to get proper people. Our guy is Pandit Rajneesh, but we only have to wait until he comes. But please let me know what if at all the temple is not open at a particular time and you need access or so. We'll talk about how we can help you. And thank you very much for your patience and for always being there for us. Now we'll do prasad. So how we'll do it, we'll do this nicely. You can bring your thali. You don't have to empty out anything. We have space. You can just leave your thali here and put your dakshina in the bowl. We have a big enough bowl for your dakshina. And then please take the darshan of Hanuman. Just look at him nicely, bow to him, because it's his birthday. Tell him happy birthday. And take his darshan, and please be seated after that. We'll do arti after that. Not everybody have to get up at the same time. We can just, take some front row and then figure out the rest. So let's do this nicely. Thank you very much. The kids will sing bhajans now, and we will carry on from here. Thank you.
मूर्ति राम दुलारे आन पनायक चरणारे मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारे आन पनायक चरणारे हे बजरंग बली हनुमान हे मारीनस रोकलिया हे मारीनस रोकलिया तीनों लोक तेरा उजियारा दुखियों का दुन का सहारा तीनों लोक तेरा उजियारा दुखियों का दुन का सहारा हे धनवंतन के सनि नंदन हे धनवंतन के सनि नंदन कष्ट रोग कृपालिया कष्ट रोग कृपालिया मंगल मूर्ति रामदारी आन पनायक चरणारे हे बजरंग बली हनुमान हे मारीनस रोकलिया हे मारीनस रोकलिया तेरे लाने जो भी आया खान नहीं कोई लौटाया तेरे लाने जो भी आया खान नहीं कोई लौटाया दुर्गम कांड में नागरहारी दुर्गम कांड में नागरहारी मंगल में जोले मंगल में जोले मंगल मूर्ति राम दुलारी आन पनायक चरणारे हे बजरंग बली हनुमान हे मारीनस रोकलिया हे मारीनस रोकलिया हे मारीनस जय हनुमान महाबली जय हनुमान महाबली जय हनुमान महाबली जय हनुमान महाबली जपे राम महाबला करी जपे राम महाबला करी जय हनुमान महाबली जय हनुमान महाबली चेहर की चाहती बोले अपनी चेहर की चाहती बोले अपनी पवन पुत्र हनुमान बोलो पवन पुत्र हनुमान मेरे मन में बसे राम मेरे तन में बसे राम मेरे मन में बसे राम
जय हो। सुत हनुमान की जय. Brinda now? Well, we have one more song, and then I'll sing a little piece, and then we do RT. But we've thanked so many people this morning. By the way, our young musicians and singers, they sat with us for 6 hours, 48 minutes today, and they sang Hanuman Ji Chalisa and played for us. And these two young men, Tyler and Bhuvan, they were the two tabla players who played for close to 7 hours consecutively. So it's a big deal when young people are involved in this culture like this. I see many, many young people are here. Please understand, all of you who are coming here, grown and young especially, this is home for you. Do not ever feel shy or afraid. Just embrace your culture. Girls are going to sing. Sabina?
Rama Rama रटते रटते बीती रे उमरिया राम राम रटते रटते बीती रे उमरिया रघुकुल नंदन कब आओगे रघुकुल नंदन कब आओगे विरल की नगरिया
सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. Final announcements coming up. Tomorrow and Monday and possibly Tuesday, we will not have online service. We have, this is our 16th consecutive nights, every single night without a break at the temple. Volunteers are burnt out. 16 nights consecutively. And we leave here pretty late, sometimes 2 in the morning and late in the night. So I'm giving him some time off. We will have things happening. Condensed service has been very tiring for a lot of people. So there will be online services. Tomorrow for sure, Monday for sure, no online services. We'll figure Tuesday. The boys are pretty burnt. Akash, I think you should give Akash a big hand, please. He's I think Akash is like a COVID baby. Very people know him. Very few people know him, but he's the man behind the action there. And please let us not forget Varun, who is doing an amazing job. The boys have, what we're trying to do is get people to learn these things so that when someone is busy I mean, we don't know. Maybe Akash will get married or so soon. I don't even know. We gotta find a gal for him first, though. So when he moves on and things like that, or he's busy in school, he'll start school back later and thing. We have new people learning. So we're training up Varun. He's doing a fine job with the camera, and he's very dedicated to the thing. He takes it very seriously. Bowen is always there with them, providing support and so on. So they're tired. So I'm giving them some time off. Monday, for Monday evening, it'll be very scaled down, no online broadcasting. We'll do our part in the temple. There's got to be some puja happening and so. But I think we've had a lot of volunteers who are burnt out. So let us rest this week a little bit. The temple will be, operating, but let us rest this week. And then next week we will pick up again and then continue our flow. Again, if you can do some volunteering during the day, just to open doors and be here with us, we'll talk to me about that. I'm coordinating that. I'll put you onto the right people. And thank you all so much. It has been a really beautiful 10 beautiful nights of Navratri, Ram Navami, and 5 days of Sundarkand. And then today, this is a beautiful way to complete it. I feel very happy about the way we have conducted our services. I feel very happy about the way our community responded. People came out. They came out, and they didn't just come out. They supported us. And that's a great thing for us. It shows that our work is valued, and you appreciate it. You'll hear some announcements coming up about some activities. We still have to do, depending on how this COVID thing go. We usually do our walkathon, our golf tournaments, and so on. Mother's Day is coming up and all that, so you'll hear some announcements. But in the meantime, we're looking for some help to do some spring cleaning in the yard. It's going to be a little downtime this week. Mahendra coordinates that kind of stuff with the grass. I want you to know when he calls you, it means he spoke to me and he's calling you on my behalf. I cannot do everything, so we have teams working. Now this is just coming out, bring your lawnmower, bring your thing to pick up, plastic blows all over here. Land is a bit messy now. Come on out on your own time and clean up the yard. Bring your lawnmower, clean up the yard. The garden is a different thing, that they have different people doing different things there, and I don't get involved in that too much because they do their work there. I don't have to call them, they come out. So all the garden people, I like Jamun Usha, for example, they took a part of the garden, they maintain it. There's another family, Trish and Vish, they took a part of it, they maintain it. So I don't get involved in that. But the yard, we need to clean it up, tidy it up, and you can come in your time and do so, or please arrange with Mahendra. He has a schedule going on as well. So a little bit of activities coming up. Thank you so much. We cannot end Hanuman Jayanti without singing Bole Bole Hanuman. Nobody sang Bole Bole Hanuman, so I'll be remiss if we don't sing Bole Bole Hanuman, because that's like Hanumanji's title song. After Hanumanji Chalisa is Bole Bole Hanuman. You gotta sing Bole Bole Hanuman. Why didn't anybody sing Bole Bole Hanuman? Because you think I'm gonna sing it? Yeah. Okay, so let's sing it, Bole Bole Hanuman, and then we do Aarti. Okay, Aarti ready? बोले बजरंग बली भगवान की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की। हो बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बलके बिगड़ी काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बलके बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्तों सिया राम। बोले बजरंग बली भगवान की, बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्तों सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बलके बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्तों सिया राम। शोभा है विष्णु तुलसी ने जब शीश झुकाया, धनुष बनी कान्हा की बंसी। राम ही माया राम ही जाने, कर कर में श्री राम बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम, बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। बोले बजरंगबली भगवान की जय हो, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। लिपट लिपट से रामचरण ने आंखों में गंगा जल भर दे। श्री राम लिपट लिपट के रामचरण ने आंखों में गंगा जल भर ले। श्री राम को क्षमाशील है, पापों को स्वीकार तू कर। श्री राम के चरण कमल जैसे वैकुंठ की धाम, बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बंधे बिगड़े काम, बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। बोले बजरंगबली भगवान की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। बोल तू राम रमैया, जीवन गिरना मिलेगा भैया। श्री राम बोल बोल तू राम रमैया, जीवन गिरना मिलेगा भैया। दुनिया तो हम जाल है मूरत, राम ही पार लगा दे नैया। राघव के चरणों में है तू पाएंगे श्री राम, बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। श्री राम के चरणों में बन के बिगड़े काम, बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। ओ चले हनुमान यह आए, श्री राम जी के दूत मचाए। चले हनुमान यह आए, श्री राम जी के धूल मचाए, ऐसी धूल मचाए, धूल मचाए से अरे सुनकर आए रघुराए है, सुनकर आए रघुराए। श्री राम जी के धूल मचाए, सुनकर आए रघुराए। गंगा जी आए यमुना जी आए, हो गंगा मैया। गंगा जी आए यमुना जी आए, त्रिवेणी संगम आए, त्रिवेणी संगम आए। श्री राम जी के धूल मचाए, त्रिवेणी संगम आए। श्री राम जी के चले हनुमान यह आए, श्री राम जी के धूल मचाए। चले हनुमान आओ बैठो आओ बैठो आओ बैठो, जपो हरि नाम हनुमान के मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम राम के मंदिर में। राम के मंदिर शिव जी के मंदिर, राम के मंदिर शिव जी के मंदिर। शिव जी के मंदिर में, शिव जी के मंदिर। ओ आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी के मंदिर में। आओ बैठो जपो हरि नाम शिव जी के मंदिर में। ओ भक्त जनों की पावन कर दे, भक्त जनों की घर पावन कर दे। आए आए रघुराए, आए आए रघुराए। श्री राम जी के दूत मचाए, चले हनुमान यहाँ आए। श्री राम जी के दूत मचाए। हनुमान हनुमान बाबा, हनुमान बाबा तुझको पुकारे, हनुमान बाबा तुझको पुकारे, मांगे तुझको दर्शन दे, आवो बाबा आवो ना पवन सुत दे, हनुमान बाबा तुझको पुकारे, हनुमान बाबा तुझको पुकारे, मांगे तुझको दर्शन दे, आवो बाबा आवो ना पवन सुत दे, आवो बाबा आवो ना पवन। हनुमान बाबा तुझको पुकारा, हनुमान बाबा तुझको पुकारा, मांगे तुझको दर्शन दे, आवो बाबा आवो ना पवन सुत दे, हनुमान बाबा तुझको पुकारा, मांगे तुझको दर्शन दे, आवो बाबा आवो ना पवन। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की है, बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की, हे बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की, बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की, हर केसरी नंदन बलधारी की, उपकारी की, और करे सेवाहार पवन सुत महाबली की, बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली, आना पवन कुमार, आना पवन कुमार हमारे इस मंदिर में, बोलो बोलो बोलो, आना पवन। Come on everybody, Saturday night. हो अभियान संग राम जी को लाना, अभियान संग राम जी को लाना, हो अभियान संग राम जी को लाना, अभियान संग राम जी को लाना, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, राम राम हरे हरे, हो अभियान संग राम जी को लाना, राम जी को लाना संग सीता जी को लाना, हो होगी जय जयकार है, होगी जय जयकार हमारे इस मंदिर में, आन पवन कुमार, आन पवन कुमार हमारे इस मंदिर में। श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, श्री राम कहे हनुमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना, सुनो बचन कहो परमाना। ओ बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में पड़ के बिगड़े काम, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में पड़ के बिगड़े काम, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले भक्त सिया राम, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोलो भक्त सिया राम, बोले बोले हनुमान, बोले भक्त सिया राम। पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय। So we're going to do Aarti now, and please, after Aarti, please take prasad at the door, and there's some packaged food prepared for you. And as we go ahead and thank people, you know, the decor team, of course, and so many teams have been part of this. Today, I think you can see they presented Something simple but beautiful. Please clap for them as well. Please, I want to thank the chefs, the people who clean up the kitchen. That team is very important. Our cleaning team, every service they come, make sure that the place is cleaned and prepared. Anita leads that team, and Angela is here, and the whole team is here doing their part. I want to thank them very much for doing that. By the way, do you like our backdrop? It's very creative, by the way. This was, I understand, well, Jamun Usha, this is the temple, and whenever we call upon them, I said we don't have to call upon them now. They know what's going on. So I understand Jammu made this with his own hands, man. So it's a beautiful creation, and I'm so happy that they brought it to the temple to beautify our temple. We're so thankful to Jamun Usha for always, wholeheartedly loaning us their things. They're business people, but this is what makes people above business people. When they're devotees of God, they make it their duty to fulfill their Lord's duty first, and then everything come afterwards. Thank you. I know they're here tonight. Jammu's here. Usha is there. Thank you very much. God bless you guys so much. We will stand for Aarti now, everybody, please. Om Yani Kani Chapapani Janmantar Kritani Chan Tani Sarvani Nashyantu Pradakshinam Pade Pade Aarati Ki Jai
Hanuman
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतिस्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षो मङ्गलाय तनोहरिं सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनां सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाम् सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। असतो मा सत्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की, सत्यनारायण स्वामी की, जगदम्बिका माता की, भवानी शंकर भगवान की, श्री महाराधा कृष्ण भगवान की, श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, नवग्रह देवता की, गुरु महाराज की, बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की, बजरंगबली भगवान की, श्री अंजनी सुत महाराज की, सिया राम भज रामचंद्र की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की। सब कोई जय जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम। Everyone, thank you from the bottom of our heart for spending Hanuman Jayanti with us. May all of you stay blessed and stay connected with us. Stay in touch with us always. Thank you. Please stay for Aarti. Prasad will be given at the door. And please remember to take your own thali for prasad that you brought up here. Take your own one. Thank you so much.